Hey guys, Andrew from the Reach Company. This is a tutorial for our Freedom Essentials website. Our Freedom Essentials site is one of our Church Essentials websites where churches can get an essential site and they replace our content with their own, our logos, pictures, colors, all of that. You just replace it with your own and then you have an amazing site. In this tutorial, this is just for the Freedom Essentials website. We're going to look at the Connect page and we're going to look at how to add new ministries to this Connect page. And we're going to begin by editing some of the content actually on the Connect page. And so if we want to edit stuff here, we go to Page Builder. We're already on the Connect page. We go to Page Builder, Connect. And this brings up the page builder for this page. If you just happen across this, I would recommend looking at the page builder overview tutorial first. You should be able to find that in our knowledge base or here on YouTube, and it'll give you a breakdown of kind of what we're doing here. I'm going to do things here quickly. So say you want to change the background picture here, you'd click on row settings, and then when this loads, you'll scroll down to the background photo. You would edit this photo to be one of these other photos, and select that photo. I actually don't like that one here, so I'm gonna put this one here. I'm gonna change this to just center it, and then we could change the word here, the wording here as well. You could change this to say ministries, or you can change it to the title of the page just by connecting this here. To do that, you just click on this little plus box and you can connect it to whatever your page title is named. And so that's how we change this first row. Next, we have this snippet here. So this is just a synopsis of the page. You can change this to whatever you need it to. As you type, it changes there. So write a synopsis of your ministry page and click Save. And then below that, we're using a post module to populate our ministries. And I clicked on query here. Query is just where it's pulling from, basically. And so I have the query set to pages. And then if you scroll down, I have a filter here it's called the church filter. And I have it set to only pull pages that are marked for ministry. And so when we add another page here in a moment, it should update automatically. And so I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to click Publish. Now we want to create another ministry page, and so I'm going to go up here to New and click Page, and this will take us to the back end. And I'm going to add a small groups page. So I'm going to type in small groups here. And when that loads, you'll see a link to the small groups page come up. You could just change this. I like keeping titles really easy, and so I'm just going to change this to groups and click OK. That makes the link even easier. I'm going to scroll down to SEO. There's another video for SEO. I recommend adding custom page description here so that when someone shares it on Facebook, they don't just get some random words, but what is shared is what you put in right here. Same for social. I would add a social image here, or I would add another image here to be shared. So whenever someone shares this page on social media, this is the image that they see. And I'm going to scroll back up here to this next one, next column. Here we want to make sure that we check ministry. And we scroll down to page attributes, church filter. So when we select ministry, this is what makes sure that it gets put automatically onto the Connect page, that ministry page. For parent, we want to put Connect. It keeps our pages nice and clean and organized. We shouldn't have to mess with template. And for featured image, I'm going to put set featured image. And since this is a groups page, I really like this image for groups. And so I'm going to click Publish. That's going to publish our page. And but still there's no content on the page. And so I'm going to select Page Builder. It's going to take us to the front end where we can begin building our page. Now, you have options here. You can add rows and modules, and you can build the page to be what you want to. Another option here is you can add this interior page cover, and you can change the title. I'm going to connect the page title here, and then you can change out. See how that changes to whatever I name the page title, or and then you can add another background picture here, and you can build this page, by yourself, just like that. But what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and I'm going to use a template that we already have saved. I made a template based off the kids page for the ministry pages, and so I'm going to go ahead and select that, and it's going to input the template I have saved, which is the kids page, and we're going to go through this and edit it piece by piece. First, we're going to start with the row, and we're going to change that to to that groups image I like so much. And you can change the alignment, the position, all that stuff here. And I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to go to the heading here, and I'm going to connect the post title. I think that's the easiest way to do this. And I'm going to save it again. And down here we have content that you can just change out with your own small group content. I have some stuff that I've already kind of copied and pasted, and so you'll see me go to my notepad just to paste some stuff in for time's sake. And I just pasted that in. I can change the font size. I'll center it, and I'll make it italics. And then I'll go ahead and save that. Down here, I want to change this row color. And so I'm going to make that row color darker and save it. And I want to change this call out right here. You can see this is called a call out module. I'm just going to call it Find Your Tribe. And I'm going to pull some text over from my notepad, paste it in. I'll change the size to what I want it to be. I'll make it italics again. I like that for this page, and I'll save it. And I want to change that icon too, huh? Find Your Tribe with a little kid. If I want to replace that icon, I can select anything from over here. There's a bunch of icons that you're able to choose from. I'm just gonna simply choose that one there. I'll change something like the hover color for it. There's so many options that you can play around with and fiddle and tweak to make it look how you want to. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this other one. I don't want it on this page, and so I'll X out of that. And then I want to make this a little smaller, like the area above it. And so I'm going to bring this in a little bit, just like that. Down here we have another row that we can replace the content in, and I'm going to go ahead and change the background picture here as well. I want to edit this to be this picture, and you'll notice now it's really hard to see this text over here, and so we're going to use the overlay color. I'm going to use this blue, and I'm going to make it 80%, so it's a pretty thick color on top. And that black doesn't look too good with that blue, and so I'm going to make it white. So that changes the text color for this whole row, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, obviously, we don't need to know how check-in works on this page, and so I'm going to change this to like frequently asked questions. And now that we got rid of that other picture, I'm going to get rid of this column. And here's where I'm going to add something new. I want to add like an accordion here so that people can click on a question and then see the answer. And so I'm going to click this little search icon. I'm going to search for accordion. And I'm going to find this module over here and drag it in. And you can change any number of the settings here. I'm going to go ahead and change the settings so you can see what's going on in the background. I'm going to change the background color. I'm going to get rid of that. That's for the title. And then for the content, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the color there too. And if we have to change it around a little bit more in a moment, then we will. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of my content in. A lot of the question we get for groups is childcare provided. So let's edit this first item. Just childcare provided, and the content type is just what we're moving over. So I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and add another item. I'm going to add one more question. What will my group do? We're going to add content again. And we're going to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm just going to leave it at those two questions. So on this page, we used the template up here. We added the ministry page template, and then we changed out some of this content to make it just for this page. I'm going to go ahead and click Done, Publish. And so now we have a new small groups page that was super easy to set up based on that template. And then we have a little questions area right here that we can add to with more questions. Again, this is just going through it quickly. You can obviously come in and tweak all the content here to make it better for your page. Let's go back to the Connect page. And you see small groups is automatically added because we selected ministry on the back end. And so that is how you work with your Connect page to change the content on it. That's how you add a new ministry page. Don't forget to select the ministry icon when you add that new page. And that's how we build out the small groups page or any ministry page using that ministry template as a guide.